Everyone, Thordan Smash here, up at Mount Handy's in Colorado, another 14er. But today we're actually going to be talking about matchmaking issues in Apex Legends, some of the stuff that's been going wrong, and some of the changes they did this season, and if they're going to be making any more in the near future. We're going to go over all of that. We're also going to go ahead and give out a Siege skin. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic.
All right, folks, strap in, grab your ammo, and hide your RP, because Apex Legends just dropped a matchmaking update bigger than Octane's ego, bigger than Mirage's ego, and it comes with enough data to make Watson blush. Respawn finally gave us a peek behind the curtain of Matchmaking's test 26.1. As you know, they've been trying to fix matchmaking for quite a while. Some stuff with solo queue drama, duo mode chaos, more changes in Season 27, and the spicy new Season 28 leaks, including a bow check reactive skin, Octane and Seer legendary skins, and something called Breach Glass, which sounds like what happens when Rampart drinks 3 monsters and tries to fix your Windows. So let's go ahead and dive into all this information. Respawn's blog opens with a reminder that matchmaking has 2 priorities. Put you in the lobby with similarly skilled players, and do it before you fall asleep, uninstall, and switch to Fortnite. It's pretty simple, right? No, because according to them, Apex matchmaking isn't just checking your rank or your KD, it's juggling platform, region, time of day, population, peak hours and valley hours, and whether half the player base is currently playing wildcard because it gives them 1,000 dopamine per second. Respawn basically admitted that every 24 hours, Apex looks like a sine wave of player population. Peak times, they're chilling. Valley times, well, it's 3 a.m. and the matchmaker is speed dialing bronze players like, hey, I know you're new here, but how do you feel about fighting predators? And if you played Apex for more than 10 minutes, you know the answer is they hate it. Now, let's get to the juicy part about all this, the matchmaking test 26.1. This was Respawn's attempt to separate Masters and Prez from everyone below, also known as the please stop putting me in the lobby with the Furia or his Watson update. Test 26.1 lasted 2 weeks after Split 2 ended, and here's what Respawn found basically. 1. Masters were successfully isolated from Platinum and below. So they did it. They finally stopped sending Master players to bully Plats the moment queue times dipped by 0.01 seconds. For the first time in years, Master players fought other Master players. This apparently shocked the system so hard that the servers had to sit down and breathe into a paper bag, along with, collectively everyone else that never thought they'd see the day coming. 2 is queue times didn't explode, and this was Respawn's biggest fear, that separating Masters would turn their matchmaking queue into the DMV, but nope. Queue time stayed stable, and players got fairer matches without turning Apex into Waiting Simulator 2077. The third thing they found was overall match quality improved by the end of Season 26. Respawn measured it with new metrics, the kind of data they never show us because it would create an immediate civil war. But they did confirm match quality increased, skill gaps narrowed, RP bruisings decreased, and Plat players finally got to play the game instead of starring in a highlight reel for some Pred streamer's TikTok. Number 4 is they want to apply this to entire seasons, not just end of season. I've been saying this forever. I did a whole... Come on, we all knew this, Respawn, but yeah, right now the matchmaking only gets truly strict near the end of the season. Respawn wants that strictness all season long, so do the rest of us. Yeah, so every match feels fair, not just the ones right before split resets when everyone pretends to behave. Respawn also addressed the probably most cursed topic along with audio and other things in Apex history, and that's solo queue. Respawn bluntly said splitting solo queue from squads would double queue times and widen the skill gap even worse. So think about it. Separate solo players equals few available teammates equals matchmaker gets desperate, means bad combos from, well, results getting uglier. Imagine 3 solo masters versus a coordinated platinum 3-stack versus a random bronze who just discovered the crouch button. Respawn basically said, you think solo is bad now? Just wait. It could be an 18-minute queue followed by a slaughter. So for now, solos and squads stay together. And duo mode, well, why did they nuke the lobby size? They actually explained that the lobby size was reduced from 60 to 30, ring pacing changed, and matches sped up. But why? Well, because apparently over half the duo population moved to wildcard, the new permanent mode where chaos reigns, and nobody cares about strategy unless the strategy is shoot everything that moves. Respawn is trying to keep duos alive without forcing players to wait longer than a Seer revival animation. So yes, 30 players, faster rings, Apex Lite trademarked. See, now let's go ahead and talk about future matchmaking changes going ahead this season. They are working on more consistent matchmaking for the entire season, so no more early season rank hell, no more mid-season, everything is chaos, no more end-season masters only purgatory. They want predictable, stable matchmaking from day 1 to day 90, and they want stricter limits on masters versus platinum, so even when the population is low, matchmaking will fight harder to prevent those mismatches. And higher maximum queue times for Master Plus and Predators. So Respawn is basically telling top players, you're too good, you wait. High ranked players will have longer queue taps, so the system can find balanced matches instead of panic throwing them into lobbies full of innocent platinums trying to mind their business. Now, let's get to the spicy part. How does this actually impact ALGS? Because it actually does. See, top competitive players, including Preds, Pros, Scrimmers, and Streamers, will now face longer queue times, stricter match quality, tighter SBMM, fewer stomps, more actual practice matches. This could be good or bad. The good is, well, team fights resemble ALGS pacing, better micro/macro practice, less stomping noobs for warm-up, higher quality lobbies year-round. The bad is, queue times could be long enough to knit a scarf, so Imperial Hal is, going to be very good at crochet by the end of the year. Less volume of matches, less variety of team comps, longer boot camp hours before the 2026 championship. Remember, ALGS 2026 has a $2 million prize pool and is taking place in Japan, so every second really does count. If these matchmaking changes roll out too late, well, pros might be practicing in lobbies full of off-season console rates, trying to hit heirloom animations mid-fight. So yeah, take a knee for them. Now we're gonna shift gears into Season 28 leaks, and ooh, we got some heat. The first is there is gonna be a Bocek Bow reactive skin, and finally, bow mains get to flex something other than the ability to one-tap you from a bush 90 meters away. Those rules evolve as you deal damage, and if it glows, pulses, or sprouts wings, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Now, legendary skins for Octane and Seer in the Season 28 Battle Pass Split 1, so if you hear someone screaming while running at Mach 5 and they look fabulously well-dressed, congrats. That's your lobby now. Apparently, though, it is also going to be a, SWAT-themed or Spec Ops Battle Pass style. It's titled Breach SWAT. It heavily suggests elite tactical skins, special force aesthetics, dark armor palettes, maybe even lore tie-ins with covert ops missions. Basically, the Legends are about to cosplay Rainbow Six. A leak actually references Breach Glass and Barricade, and something bizarre happened. Broken Moon accidentally had a Breach Glass active for a short time. If you stood near it, the prompt said barricaded up. It didn't work, but it shows Respawn is actively testing something. Likely, it's breakable windows, rebuildable barricades, tactical entry gameplay, reinforced defense positions. It basically fits perfect with the Spec Ops season theme. We might even be getting environmental interaction mechanics similar to fortifying doors, reinforcing windows, breaking entry points, dynamic interior fights. And yeah, Rampart is finally sharpening her wrench. But that's everything in today's video. We're gonna jump into a couple community clips, but until next time, everyone. But without further ado, let's get into it.
What are your guys' thoughts on the current matchmaking in the game right now? You guys think Freya's pretty cute running around in the background? And also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Apex Legends, the daily. Until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. See you out there.